Hello everyone, my dear students. We continue our Python lessons. I'm trying to publish one lesson a day. Maybe just going to take break for Sunday, but I keep it as fast as I can. So we covered operators, but today we are going to learn how to basically unleash the power of the operators, how we can combine them, how we can chain them. So we are going to talk about expressions, very important term for any programmer. Very often beginners overlook this topic. They consider it's obvious, boring. Well, not exactly. Expressions are important. You have to clearly understand the concepts behind them. And in order to make it simple, I'm going to show you just a very simple problem. I'm going to calculate knowing two prices. So I have two items. I bought two items. Knowing my tax, let's say 14%, I want to calculate how much I'm going to pay at the counter if I have, let's say, a discount coupon $15. So very, very simple problem. And let's say I don't have expressions technique, expressions approach. I would do it in just a step-by-step way. So you can see three variables initialized. Then in line 5 I calculate the sum. Then in line 6 I calculate the tax. Then in line 7 I finally apply discount to my price. So you see how slow it is to do the calculations, the mathematical operators step by step, one by one. The other disadvantage, I declare, or I may declare, a lot of temporary variables I don't really need. So with the expressions, the solution is very simple, very elegant, and you can see in line 10. In line 10, I do everything I showed you here in just one line of code. I did the sum, I applied the tax, I applied the discount, and then I save the result in the total variable. So this is expression. So expression is a valid combination of variables, literals, operators. So it may be very long. However, it saves us a lot of hassle. We can just in one line of coding do a lot of calculations. So the actual beauty of the expressions is you can use the result of any calculation as a new operand. So expressions can be chained or nested. The question is now, if I combine in one line so many operators, how computer going to evaluate the expression, how it's going to calculate everything. Usually it does everything from the left to the right. However, different operators in Python, they have different, we call it precedence or priority or strength. For example, if I miss in my expression those two parentheses, unfortunately the result going to be wrong because operator asterisk multiplication is stronger than plus. It's going to be done first. So if you want to impose your own order of execution, order of evaluation, please provide parentheses to make it correct. Because we have many operators in many books, in many reference books, you may find like big tables. Let me show you with the precedence order. So you can find in many computer books, Python books, the big tables explaining us what priority or precedence is for each operator. Why some operators are stronger, some operators are weaker. I don't think you have to remember all those big tables. The simple thing is you have to remember plus and minus are weaker than asterisk and slash. So addition and subtraction operators are weaker than multiplication and division. Also, logical operators are weaker than comparison operators, which means, let me show you an example. If I compare two variables and then apply logical operator AND, by the way, we are going to use this kind of expressions very soon learning if statements, because AND is weaker than this less and this less. It is done later. So instead of typing this, you may just type this and it's still going to be evaluated properly. So I would just keep in mind two simple rules about plus and minus, asterisk and slash, and about logical operators and comparison operators. Comparison operators are stronger than logical operators. They done first. So you don't have to really memorize those big tables with the operators' priorities or precedence. However, anytime you're not sure, anytime you're working on a complex expression and you're not sure how it's going to be evaluated, you don't have time to look at the reference table, just put parentheses. It's very simple. You're not sure, you want to make sure the evaluation going to be done properly, please use parentheses. It doesn't hurt and it makes sometimes your expressions clearer. At the end of the lesson, let me give you recap important facts about expressions. First of all, variable, yes. Variable is a simplest expression. Literal, yes, it is an expression. Operator with its operands, it's an expression. Expressions can be nested. You can use the result of you can use the result of the operator as another operand. Any expression has a result, a value. Doesn't matter how long it is, there is just one result. But it can be integer again, it can be float, it can be Boolean, the result can be string. So that means any expression has a type, like variables, like literals. Any expression has a type, and it's a type of the result of the expression. Evaluating expression is the process of calculating its resulting value. And finally, parentheses are used in order to control the order of the evaluation. So that was a short but very important lesson about expressions. Please don't overlook this topic because expressions are ubiquitous. We need them all the time and we use them all the time. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm gonna see you soon for our next lessons. Maybe the most, let's say, boring stuff is over, and we are going to discuss more and more interesting topics. Thank you very much. All the best. Bye bye.